WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. What do I have today? Benriach 25-year-old. Now this is the 2015 edition. Between the years 2006 and 2016, almost yearly, they actually then released this wonderful, wonderful bottling. Since 2016, they've changed a lot, and therefore it's no longer out there. This is going to be one of the most beautiful presents I can recommend in that price range. Now, if you take a look at this, you have this wonderful bottle in this nice little setting here. You have a nice little letter here from Billy Walker with all the information about the distillery and so on. Now, I actually bought this as an investment. I thought I was going to buy this for 150 euros and then sell it in 3 years for 250 euros. Well, didn't work out that way. It seems, which I didn't know at the time, the prices for these have been very, very, very stable. For the last basically 7 years, at least here in Germany, they've been around 150 to 160 euros. Constantly. No increase, no up and down, no fluctuation, just flatlined. And so I decided, okay, I'm finally going to open this thing up. Now, why did I open this thing up? For one main reason, and it's going to be because of the Benriach 30-year-old. Now, if I was on the Whiskey Vault, I would have to do my wonderful, just barely enough for a draw. I just did the German video. I have to do the It's Raining Men, Hallelujah, for the bottle kill here, which I'm not going to do. This was given to me. There was about 3 CL left in this. In total, this bottle was open for about 3 years. It was actually used to sample at a whiskey fair here in Germany, at different whiskey fairs, by Thomas here, my whiskey tastings. And he actually gave this to me, this nice little bottle here, as a thank you. Now this I bought with my own money, and therefore this is what I'm going to review. The very first thing that you notice is the color. This is darker. The 25-year-old is darker than the 30-year-old. Did they put more caramel coloring in it? No. Both of these say non-chilled filtered, 46.8%, and both of those say natural color. So this is actually whiskey base number 111996. And it goes, as I said, for about 150 euros, maybe even up to 180 euros if you go to the more expensive places, which runs you around $185, which isn't that bad, actually, for a 25-year-old Benriach. Good. What type of casks were used? No one tells you. It doesn't say anything on the box about that. Look at all this information on the box, all right? Exactly the same information is on the letter here from Billy Walker, and all the information is about the distillery. So since 1890 and 1898, the Benriach distillery has very discreetly been producing quality single malt Scotch whisky, which has only ever been enjoyed in small quantities by a few discerning individuals who have been fortunate enough to come by a bottle. But now Benriach is once again producing its very special single malt whiskeys as a private independent distiller. Billy Walker bought them back then. I think the place was actually mothballed back then, and Billy Walker bought them, Glendronach and Glenglassaugh. How times change. He just sold those a year and a half ago, almost 2 years now, to Brown-Forman, those 3 distilleries. Located in the northeast region of Morayshire, the heartland of malt Scotch whisky, Benriach displays all the traditional charms of a Speyside distillery built by John Duff. Benriach is one of the few distilleries with its own on-site floor maltings and draws its waters from the Burnside Springs. Well, they don't malt themselves, I'm sorry. The Spey Valley is home to many of Scotland's greatest whiskies, but the Benriach has its own uniqueness, which is born from the particular methods and skills of the Benriach men. Today we'd have to say not men and women, who craft the whiskey, because Rachel is the master distiller here at Benriach. The ingredients they use, the distinctive copper stills and the high-quality oak casks selected for maturation. Once distilled, the whiskey is filled to cask and allowed to mature on-site in our traditional stone-walled, earthen-floored dunnage warehouses, which provide the perfect conditions in which to age whiskey. The Benriach is a distinctive and welcome addition to the Speyside scene, which will delight and surprise both newcomers and whiskey connoisseurs alike. Ooh, very, very good. So on the bottle, I have a few tasting notes and so on. I will not bore you with that, but the same information in the inside as on the outside. Okay. If, to be honest, I'm going to say if you're going to write me a letter, write me more different information that I can read on the back of the package, all right? Very, very nice. Oh, I like this. Oh, yeah. I'm getting some tobacco notes I didn't get before. This is honey sweetness. This is vanilla honey in a fruit salad. No watermelon in the fruit salad, no apricots, no peaches. All very, very, stone fruits, I think they're called, right? You have your apples and you have your pears in there together. Oh, and a lot of the sweetness, the honey, the vanilla. Nice, 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 nice. Over here, the 30-year-old is distinctly different and yet almost the same. This is a lot brighter, and the honey is a lot more of a sweetness in its nature. We have here more oak. We have here more fruit, and this is just a sweet cotton candy type of moment. 46.8%, well chosen, non-chilled filter. Nice. You really do notice the age here. Excellent. Oh yeah, and towards the end you get that whole antique furniture shop moment. Nice. Fruitiness is there, the maltiness is there, the vanilla is there, the wood is there. It's actually a full rounded piece of art. Now let me read you the notes here. It says here, nose, rich honey, spices, apple, and peat in combination with superb oak wood notes. Taste, a rich cocktail of honey, Oloroso sherry, cacao, apples, supported by a fantastically presence of citrus, sweet peat, and wonderful wood notes. There is no peat in this. Horst, whiskey.com, did a video about this 7 years ago. Same bottle, basically, same label. He was like, there's no peat in here. What are you talking about? They say it's on the nose as well as on the palate. No, it's not. I think somebody screwed up. I don't know. No. Maybe a faintest moment of barrel char, but nothing peaty. If you would have said smoke, it would have been, well, but peat is peat, and no. All right, going over the 30-year-old. What is so distinct here is the estrogens. It just pulls all of the saliva out of your cheeks here. That wood, that 30 years of age in those old casks. Probably older than me, to be honest. They're not first fill. Definitely not. All right. If you do the famous 3 drops, what happens then? Actually, it deteriorates. The nose does increase a little bit. There's a little bit more of a whiff of that old oak, the old furniture. You're at the antique store. But on the palate, it gets a little tart. It goes away from the fruity, from the sweet, towards a tartness, which I just don't prefer in my whiskeys. All right, I'm going to give this a B++, A minus minus. It's right in the threshold to that A mark. This is fantastic. Now, I'm going to give it a value for money as a solid C. Why? Well, imagine your boss has a birthday. Imagine your father-in-law has a important event, and you have exactly $200 to spend on that guy. Of course, you could go get a Glenfarclas 25 and still maybe take home $50 with you. This is actually one of the best presents possible. You've got the box, you've got the key latch, you've got the wonderful, wonderful presentation. You've got a 25-year-old whiskey most people have never seen or heard of. And this could be actually the best present a whiskey connoisseur can actually receive from someone who knows him. You can't go wrong with this. All right, the value for money is just fine. Now, 3 years ago when I started my YouTube channel, I would never have given $100 or $200 whiskey a solid C. But this is for the money you're paying and what you're expecting to get, it actually matches. And therefore, the A is why haven't you bought it? B, go buy it. You can buy it. Why haven't you buy it? B is buy it, so it's definitely a buy. C is you can buy it if you want to, you don't have to. And D is don't need to buy it. And F is why was it even made? And so if you want to, you can buy this, but the taste is actually very, very nice. All right, it was my pleasure showing you two bottles you might never see in your life, Benriach 30 and Benriach 25. I'm sure Brown-Forman now is going to change the entire system, and they'll be bringing out other expressions in the future, I'm sure, as well, but they'll look differently, I'm sure. So if you can get your hands on one of these, maybe the value might go up one day, but I'm sure you just have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful whiskey as it is. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, tell others about this crazy guy over in Europe tasting whiskey you might not ever see. Please share. All the best. See you then. Bye-bye.